I should have my water out here, but I don't. Okay. Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark and sell them for a profit. Today is Monday, December 16th. I have 11 packages that I am shipping out that sold over the weekend, so the last 48 hours. My gross sales amount is $285.74. If you stick around to the end, I'll tell you what my actual profit is from those items. The first package is actually a bundle on Poshmark, which is very exciting to me. I get very excited when I have bundles. The first thing, let's see, I don't know, where do I put these? Okay. So it's 2 pairs of pants, a t-shirt, and 2 t-shirts basically. These are like golf pants. The brand is Link Sole. When I bought them, the comps were really good in the store and then they weren't. So I don't know what happened there. All of these items, well, not all of them. I think a few of them were in, actually I think just these were in my half off sale on eBay. And when I was looking through, the person sent me almost a 50% off offer. So they, all together, everything was $90. And then they sent me an offer for $48. And these were in the 50% off sale. The others, I just decided I'd had long enough and was willing to get rid of for the 50% off when I looked at the offer. And so these I've had for 14 months. I spent $5 on them at a Goodwill. If I divide that $48 in between the 4 items, it's $12 per item. And then $2.40 is the fee per item. So if I break it down, then I made $4.60 on these pants, which is not great, but that's okay. These I also paid too much for, and I thought that they were something good, and they're not. But these are a pair of more like hiking pants. They're cargo style. The brand is Mountain Hardwear. I don't know what I thought it was. Is there something that's similar to that? I don't know. Anyway, I paid $8 for these at a Goodwill in Indianapolis, and I've had them for 10 months. So I made $1.60 on these pants. But again, I knew that I remembered listing them and remembered going, oh yeah, those were not what I thought they were. So happy to give them a new home. They're nice hiking pants. I wish they would have fit someone in my family, but they didn't. And since I sold these on Poshmark, I'm just putting them all in. This is a 10.92 box. I think they'll fit nicely in there. That was my assessment. I usually share comps, the average sale price and the sell-through rate. If you don't know how to look those up, I do have a video that's linked in the description. And I just this morning decided I didn't want to look them up today. Lazy, I know. But sometimes doing this day after day after day, I'm not complaining. I love it. I have a lot of fun. But sometimes I'm like, ugh. It's the same thing. Okay, this is a t-shirt. It is Carhartt. And Carhartt has this tag. On the tag, there is a number, and if you look up that number, you can get the comp. So this is K87. I love that about Carhartt. It makes comping so easy. I know that there are other brands that have numbers on tags and stuff, but man, sometimes they're hard to find, or there's like 80 million numbers and you're like, which one is it? Anyway, Carhartt, I think it makes it very simple. This, I don't know where I got it. Probably the bins or my favorite thrift store. It ended up in the bottom of a bin somewhere. I've had it for a really long time. but only listed it about a month ago. Because I don't know where I got it and I didn't have any information, I have a 0 cost of goods. I mean, it cost me something somewhere along the lines, but with 0 cost of goods, it makes my profit $9.60. Put that in the box. And then the last t-shirt for that bundle is, this is called The Mountain, and that's a big German Shepherd. There is a name and date. It's 2015 something, Dean Russo. I think Russo. I'm assuming that's the artist. Anyway, again, I thought this was something, and where I was, I decided not to look it up and just grab it because my cost of goods is really low. It was at my favorite thrift store, my old favorite thrift store, where they have a basically like a bag sale all the time. I paid 50 cents for it, so I was just willing to take the risk. The sell-through rate was not great, but I thought it was kind of a cool t-shirt. And that makes my profit $9.10. So my total profit on the bundle is what, 18, 19, $23 and some odd cents, $23, $24. Not terrible. And it just goes in a Poshmark box. I did want to mention I had somebody message me last night, like, my item still isn't here, and it was something that I mailed 2 weeks ago, Ground Advantage, and it has not shown up. And we had a situation like that. My husband, we ordered something on eBay, Ground Advantage. We ordered it before Thanksgiving, and it took over 2 weeks to get to us. Not the seller's issue at all. They mailed it out right away. But just when I followed the tracking, it just is like wandering around. Like, what are they doing with this stuff? I don't know. But if you're shopping, I would suggest doing priority if you can. I just was looking for something for my daughter that I still need to buy online, and I was looking on eBay, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna look on Poshmark because that'll go priority. Okay, so I have a ton of sweaters. I have quite a few things that sold in my half off sale. What you need, kiddo?
Oh, when are we going tomorrow to grab my Secret Santa?
Oh, after I'm done with the shipping, and then we'll go. Hey, Nick, why don't you work on cleaning your room?
It's already clean. Well, half clean.
Oh, well, maybe clean the other half. This is a White Sox, Chicago White Sox hat. This is 47 Twins. I was picking up a ton of hats to sell. A little more particular now, even though I'm still, I guess maybe not super particular. I just don't feel the mood for it as often, if that makes sense. Maybe I do this part-time. It is extra money for my family, extra money that's needed. I don't want you to think that it's not. It's important money for our family. But I'm not paying our mortgage, okay? But what was I going to say? I just got so sidetracked. Oh, I sometimes I make decisions that if I was paying the mortgage, maybe I probably wouldn't make decisions based on my mood quite so often. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so the Chicago White Sox hat I've had for 17 months. It sold in my half off sale for $5.94. There are some hats that, I've sold a hat a while ago it was like what was it? It was a sports team hat. I don't remember if it was college or if it was professional or what sport it was, but it was worth like $80. I undersold it. I sold it for $25. But there are hats out there that are worth a lot of money. I don't know what they are. This is a jean jacket that has a hoodie attached, which I think is kind of fun. It has like a, I don't know, real casual look. This brand is Torrid, which is a bread and butter brand for me, meaning I buy not everything, but a lot of things in Torrid because it sells generally pretty quickly and for a decent amount of money that I am willing to sell it for. So this is kind of an exact prime example. I had this listed for $20. It does have some color transfer on the inside from, I'm assuming from the denim, but I had it listed for $20, $19.96. I have a, no wait, I'm sorry. I had it listed for $24.96, and then I sent out 20% off offer. So it sold for $19.97. Plus shipping, they paid $31.27 in total. So I've had this for a month. I paid 70 cents for it at my old favorite thrift store, and my profit is $17.21. So that's like exactly what I mean when I say bread and butter for me. It sells for, it gives me about a 15% or more profit and sells within like 3 months. That feels like bread and butter. Or, you know, like something that I have a good sell-through rate on, which Torrid I do. I sell, I think it's over 50% at this point. More than 50% of the items that I've listed in that brand have sold. $17.21 was my profit. Did I tell you that? I'm feeling extra chatty today. I have 2 piles. I'm picking. This is the best one of the day. It's a good one. When I went to the bins in June or August, I found a ton of cashmere, and this is one, and this has a lot of good things for it. So it's cable knit, and it's this camel color, and it's J. Crew, which is, you know, a known brand. It's a really nice sweater. Very, very nice. It sold for, I had it listed for $40, so $19.96, and then they used, I have a 15% off coupon on my store pretty much all the time. So they used that plus paid shipping on eBay. So they paid $39.35. So it's really like they're getting free shipping when they use that 15% off sometimes. In this situation anyway, I've had this listed for about a month. So when would I have gotten that? Okay, my nose itches every time I turn the camera on. I don't know why that's a thing, but it is. When I go to the bins, which is the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound, I average that my items cost about $2 per item. It's $1.79 a pound. I think the last time I actually like weighed everything out and did an actual average, it was $1.61 per item, but I just do it this way because it makes my life easier. So with the $2 cost of goods, my profit on this sweater is $27.38, which is fantastic. Love that. All right, we're still in this pile. All right, this is another bread and butter item, and this kind of did exactly the same thing as that Torrid for me, which was great. This is a really like lightweight hoodie. It's kind of striped, but with like those dots. I don't know. I just thought it was really cute. It's in really good condition. The brand, I should show you that. The brand is Lane Bryant, which again is that bread and butter brand for me. And I had it listed for $24.96, and it sold with, I think, my 15% off coupon. So they paid a total of $30, and yeah, the shipping was crazy on this. I don't know why. It's not going that far. That's crazy. Okay. The shipping was really expensive on that for some reason. Anyway, they paid $30.58. I had this for 6 weeks, listed for 6 weeks. I bought it at my new favorite thrift store for $2.12. So that makes my profit $14.48. Just a great, perfect example of bread and butter for me. I didn't really intend to talk about bread and butter stuff, but that seems to be what has sold a lot here today. Do you have bread and butter brands or categories or, I don't know, kind of guidelines that you use for bread and butter stuff? Would love to know. I think, like, for me, it's some brands, but then like linen is one that I use as kind of a bread and butter. Anything that's 100% linen. And it really, that doesn't even matter about the brand so much. All right, this is a very cool sweater. Another sweater. We've got a lot, seriously, a lot of sweaters today. This is a wool blend. It has like elbow patches and shoulder. Somebody told me commando is a term you can use when it's like this kind of sweater. But this brand is Duluth Trading Co. I love this brand. It seems to sell really well. And I had this listed for $30. So $29.96. They used the 15% off coupon. And paid shipping on eBay. So they paid a total of $33.12. I've had this listed for 3 months. I paid $5 for it at my new favorite thrift store. So that makes my profit $17.06. So I am pleased with that. I do wrap everything in tissue paper and I add a little thank you sticker. I don't think you have to do that at all. Just so you know, I just do it. I don't know. I have, even in the last week, gotten like a positive feedback saying that they appreciated the packaging, so that's good. When I'm shipping on eBay, I do calculated shipping. I've just recently, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, changed it to where I offer the discount that eBay gives to the buyer, but that I also added a $1 handling fee, because you do get fees on the shipping cost, and you know, I have to pay for poly mailers and things like that. So the poly mailers I get either on Amazon or on eBay with my quarterly shipping supply coupon that I get for having an eBay store. Okay, did I say all that right? $17.06. Did I tell you the profit on that? I thought I did. Okay, this is a brand that I think is a bread and butter brand, but it actually doesn't sell very well for me. This is Chicos. This is kind of like a cardigan jacket. It kind of has a faux suede feel to it. It's a little softer than that. But there's the Chicos. I buy a lot of Chicos. I don't actually sell a lot of Chicos. I'm trying to be better about just making better choices within that brand. Kaylee Elaine would say factor stacking. If you follow her, you know, she talks about that a lot. This I've had only for 4 months, which isn't bad. I've had it for longer than that. It's been listed for 4 months. It came from a Salvation Army rummage sale, which they also have a bag sale there. So this must not have been in the bag sale because I paid $2 for it. But it sold for $22 on Poshmark. And so after the Poshmark fees, and I don't do any sort of shipping discount on Poshmark, so my profit is $15.60. So if you sell Chicos and you have some advice on what actually sells well on Chicos and you wish to share it, I would love to hear it. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to tell for me. I sold something soft surroundings a couple weeks ago, and I noticed with the soft surroundings that everything I had sold was printed and everything that was still listed was all solid. And I was like, okay, that's something I can go on, right? Like, I'm not going to buy any more solids in soft surroundings. I don't know what the thing is with Chicos. I need to find a commonality or something that, this is so cute. I've had it for way too long, and I'm so glad someone is going to finally use it because it is so cute. Look at this. I mean, somebody made this by hand. It is darling. I wish I had a kiddo to put this in. So cute. Little hooded cardigan. Oh my word. I love it so much. This was in my 50% off coupon or sale, clearance sale. That's what I was trying to say. It's not perfect, but oh my goodness, so cute. I get a little, this sold for $14.82. I had it listed for $30. Sold for half off. And it looks like they did use the shipping or the 15% off coupon and paid shipping. So they paid a total of $18.16, I think, if I can read my handwriting correctly. And it took 20 months to sell. I don't know. I think probably I didn't do keywords right for it. I did use like Peruvian style, handmade, applique, but I don't know. I don't know what people are looking for when they're looking for cute toddler sweaters like that. I paid 88 cents for it at my old favorite thrift store 20 months ago, and my profit's $8.98. I am so glad that someone's going to use that. It's so cute. Kids stuff, I don't mind getting a lower profit. Anyway, I do mind holding on to things for 20 months. That's a little excessive. All right, this, I think probably I needed better. Oh, I do know that in the title I wrote pullover, and this is clearly a cardigan. So I don't know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I make mistakes. Probably more often than I should. This is an LL Bean wool blend cardigan sweater. It's kind of like a speckled, it does have cable knit in it. All of that's good. Maybe the style's not current. I don't know. It took 13 months to sell. It sold in my half off sale for $11.45. I think they also took the 15% coupon and paid shipping, so they paid $16.82 total. I spent $1.75 on it at my old favorite thrift store, and it makes my profit a whopping $6.50, which is not very much, but that's okay. Moving things on. I feel like this clearance sale has worked really well for me. Starting the first of the year, I will actually take all the items, I shouldn't say all, I will take probably 90 to 95% of the items that I listed in 2023 out of my inventory. Now, I do that because I don't have the space, and my overall sell-through rate is not very high. It's like 10-ish%. So I just need more space, and so that I list more items than I sell. So my space just kind of balloons out of control over the course of the year. And right now I'm like so packed, and it's stressing me out. I have not been listing much in December, for a variety of reasons. I started off sick, which is never good. But then it's just December just gets so busy. So I just haven't been listing much. So thankfully my store has gone down. I'm a little above 1,200 right now. I was at 1,300. And so I don't want to be at 1,300. I can hold 1,200. Like 1,200 is stuffed in here. So 1,300 was awful. In general, I kind of do a variation. Like sometimes I'll list like 10 items a day. Sometimes it'll be 8 items. Right now my plan is to do 5 items starting next week. I'm supposed to be doing 8 items now. but I just haven't been consistent. And I'm going to start 5 items next week, and then just over the Christmas break, mostly to give myself a little bit of a break. Part of the reason I've been inconsistent is because I need a break. I'm feeling a little bit burnt out. And so I'm going to work really hard this week to get myself set up for success so that next week I can really, and for the following 2 weeks over the Christmas break, just really slow down and not have to worry about too much other than shipping and then listing, but listing light, if that makes sense. Again, I never want to tell you what to do. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I don't know if it's the right thing to do, but it's what I'm doing. This is a vintage vest. It has like chains and pocket watches and stuff on it. I thought it was really cool. It's union made. Can I show you that? Yeah, look at that. Union tag. Love those. I just find vintage stuff so cool. This was not really a great sale. It took 13 months to sell. It did sell full price on Poshmark for $20. So I guess that's pretty good. Oh, I need to take a lint roller over the back of this. I do not have a good suggestion for lint rollers. I think these lint rollers are terrible. This did have some flaws. I do know when you list a vest like this, you can use waistcoat when it's like kind of a suit vest. I think this is a female vest. I'm not really sure. I thought it was cool. Yeah, so it sold for $20 on Poshmark. I've had it for 13 months. I spent $1.69. That was an average cost of goods at a church sale that I went to last fall. I had got a ton of vintage stuff there. It was great. I had intended on going back to that sale this year and forgot about it. There were a couple different sales I forgot about this fall. I was really sad. I missed that church sale. I missed the Salvation Army rummage sale this fall. I don't know what happened to me, but that's okay. My profit on this is $14.31, which is pretty great. Again, I don't want to hold on to things for over a year, but I don't mind the profit. I'm just looked ahead and saw the profit for this last item. Another sweater. This one is kind of like a Nordic style, kind of Fair Isle a little bit. Fair Isle to me is that it's like solid here, and then it has like a apron, kind of, not apron, like a collar. Not an actual collar, it's just like the print, the style. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's what Fair Isle in my mind is. This is Lucky brand. It does have lamb's, oh, it's 100% lamb's wool. Interesting. That's probably why I bought it. I don't buy Lucky brand anymore, like at all, unless I comp it. And it's usually just the jeans when I can comp the actual style. But this sold in my half off sale for $7.32. I think I had it. I don't know if they sent me an offer or what, because they paid an even $15. And usually when that happens, it's because they sent me an offer, but I didn't remember getting an offer for this. Maybe it was. I also have a terrible memory. Okay. I am noticing some things that I just want to clean up a little bit. So I will do that in a minute because I feel like, yeah, this has been a pretty long video. I paid around $2 for this at the bins 20 months ago. So my profit is $3.23. My profit for the weekend was $152.13, which is just over my goal of $67 per day. That makes, averages out to $2,000 per month, which is my goal for the month. I think I know I'm on track for December, so that's good. Hopefully it will continue, but if I remember correctly from last year and years past, it does kind of slow down a little bit the closer we get to Christmas time. Maybe not. Anyway, question of the day. My husband and I went Christmas shopping and got not all our gifts, but some gifts for our kids. We have, we have 4 kids, and both of our parents are divorced and remarried. So our children have 4 sets of grandparents. So between all of those grandparents, they get a lot of presents at Christmas time. So we don't tend to like go overboard. And it's all really kind of simple this year. A lot of kind of a family, more experiential type of stuff anyway, which is something that we value, just spending time together, doing things together. So we got some games, some puzzles. Nobody's out here close by. Some things like that we can do together as a family. So that's a lot of fun. I'm curious what your most memorable gift that you gave is. I feel like I'm not a super great gift giver. It stresses me out because I want things to be really important, and I don't know. But is there a gift that you gave that is memorable to you, that you're like, I really love that I gave this person that? I think for me, the one that comes to mind is one of my very good friends loves Disney, and she also is a thrifter. And so I know she doesn't mind things that are used. And so over the course of the year, I just saved up. As I was finding things at thrift stores and the bins and things like that, I had a little stockpile of Disney things. So, and some really kind of fun treasures. Like, she loves to cook, and I found a Disney cookbook that was in like pristine condition. And I think there was some jewelry, and anyway, I gave that to her last year for Christmas, and it was just a lot of fun. And I keep thinking about, that as I am shopping for my own kids. I'm like, man, I really should just save up thrifted things, thrifted items. I found something for my mom this year at the bins last week that I'm not really giving to her as a Christmas present, but I could do that as I'm shopping, as I'm thrifting, just kind of save items to give as gifts, as long as the person's not like super offended by a thrifted gift. I wouldn't be. I would love that. I think that would make me feel like the person knew me and valued what I valued, or valued that I value things that are used. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway, I'm curious, what is the most memorable gift that you gave? Okay, I think that's it. Did I miss anything? I don't think so. Make sure you like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do these ship with me videos pretty much every day, unless something comes up. But yeah, I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I'll see you soon.